Yeah, and speaking of Sunset, of course, it's the pick of Dynasty. And if you guys were as eagle-eyed as I am in that interview with Creamy Dreamy, you would remember that there was only one thing written on that whiteboard. That whiteboard right there. Okay, I'm going to walk a bit closer to the screen. Sunset Pistol. Now, what could that possibly mean?
I think that means that they've got a pistol on Sunset.
Well, I mean, they did win the pistol against Enterprise that instantly got eco. Do you reckon that's to remind them, like, if we win the pistol, we don't get too excited about?
No, I'm waiting for a strat. They got to come up with the best strat I've ever seen.
Yeah, the pistol strat. We're gonna have to.
I think the interesting thing for me though is Waddle in the interview the other day was saying about how ULF have a DNA, and I think that's about how ULF love to push on the defense. And I think that on the attack side here, for Dynasty, it's going to be about containing that aggression.
Yeah, well, we've plenty of shenanigans over here on the couch, so let's toss this over to the real adults on this show, Pansy and Hypog.
Oh, that is a terrible assumption to make that we are the adults.
We can't be pitted as the adults.
No, we can't. It won't go well.
Somebody's desperately in trouble if that's the case. And
it's
not us.
No, I think we're fine to go. But hopefully jumping into this one, I don't know quite where to sit my expectations here, because we haven't firsthand got to work watching ULF, but we've certainly seen Dynasty.
Yeah, I think I came away from that overall pretty impressed, but a lot of that sat elsewhere in the veto. Sunset was certainly a concern. I mean, even just touching there on winning the pistol, the opening 9-3 half was fairly brutal to watch. And that was after map 1 that we were singing their praises.
Yeah, I'm kind of waiting with bated breath sort of situation. And I feel that way a lot with some of these tier 2 teams, is seeing that consistency, understanding that DNA that, you know, kind of Minnie was talking about. Hold on, Echo. He's dead and buried. Famzy struggled on this one, but this time off to a much better start.
Yeah, and we were talking about Dynasty's inability to really capitalize on him, trying to make space. So certainly something that we want to see notable improvements on today. Tag should be able to pick this up.
Nicely timed there.
Now to a 4v2.
This is going to be tough, especially with that loose thread in middle. They don't even truly now know about. Tag is still back there. We've seen it, and I think they've just spotted it. But it's a time buyer, costing all of those seconds. And Sopinordaz not having much of a shot in this one, even locked out from CT. Very complimentary angles and a very good start. And I have to say as well, ticking the box for me to see Famzy starting early, even just warming into the game.
For sure, yeah. I can't remember exactly how he finished on Sunset, but certainly picked up the pace in the second half. I think, yeah, 9 and 20 overall on the map. But that first half was, like I said, brutal to watch.
Player standing.
Again, that was after an impressive opener for Famzy.
Over there.
Certainly in terms of the Ascent performance.
Yeah, because we were kind of wondering how he fares on like the neon roll in comparison to Jet.
Because there was this discussion about previously not seeing Famzy on his comfort role and really flexing his ability to play different duelists. Like I said, will be one to note today.
No, and for me, it's just kind of hard to kind of hold people to that standard after one game, really. It almost feels a bit unfair, right? It's like we only had a very small sample size. And speaking of small sample size, the red flags are waving. What has happened here? There's one Sheriff out, and already there's 2 players down for Dynasty.
Waddle and Famzy both have rifles. Is Tag going to be the one to try and recover something here? We'll get his hands on a Bulldog at least. But a 3v5 now.
Walking out without the dart as well.
Oh my god, Sop's lucky to get away with his life. But Echo's found another one!
Echo! Living up to his name the amount of times I'm saying it. 4 kills in the round. That is stunning work from him. And you've got to be kicking yourself for your Dynasty. The scale out looked rough. It looked,
Else was on the whiteboard. That's my question.
One enemy remaining.
That's got to be frustrating. To have a similar outcome to round 2. Hopefully that's not an indicator for struggling throughout the rest of this half as well.
And that was a big investment round 2.
I think Dynasty were attacking the first half as well. It was Enterprise on the defense. And it was, like I said, we just never saw that point where they kind of drifted into hitting sites and something a little more rehearsed. Famzy going to throw another rifle in the mix here in round 3 to potentially make a recovery.
It's mostly light shields, if anything. So that Outlaw's going to do wonders. Already Famzy feeling that. And you kind of want to see him have a comfortable start because, as said before, not a pretty affair. Proactive work coming out from ULF as well to ensure that they're clearing behind that space on A main. I like that. Get a deep line for Sop. Obviously has the ability to kind of dip out of there too if he does feel any pressure, but it will be towards B. Already set up in play, already got 2 players on it. Echo already name up in lights. A very, very diligent start. I'm going to see them sitting safe in these smokes. Expected! Ticey looking repeatable, looking readable, but Tag still putting up some numbers and making this round maybe a bit more viable. A plant could be now had.
Try and go forwards a little more off this as well. Creamy, catch a glimpse. Tag just missing the cross there. Still on 30 HP as well. It'll be difficult to really dig both these players out. He found one though.
That's really nice. Still an opportunity or two to make something out of this. Could have potentially heard Sop step then.
I mean, he's got time to drift away from this. If he can get out of audio range here, yeah, he can hightail it towards A.
I like this. I like that he's willing to try and make a go of it, try and make something happen.
I mean, Tag was actually one of the few positives in that first half of Sunset, was still putting up numbers at least. He will just about get the plant here on A.
He's doing it sideways, admin.
All the way through Ivy.
Go on, Tag.
But now they're a little bit split here.
I like this, man. The deep off angle. It's so perfect.
Oh my God.
Tag has played this so perfectly. I can't stress it enough.
This slows Sop down as well because there's so many questions that he has to clear on the way back onto site. Awkward plant location for him as well to try and figure out where Tag is.
Can Tag keep his
Oh, he's got it!
That is spectacular. Tag, I can't believe what I just saw.
That is sensational.
That's a rare, damn good ace. You don't get them often.
Played to perfection as well. I said there's such a small margin for him to actually get across the A site, find this plant. And after round 2 being a bit of a heartbreak, a celebration here to find the third. Tag, hoping to right their wrongs from the series the other day.
Oh, that's so sick, man. Like, it's so rare you see, like, an ace like that. Again, you could question mark the spacing on that mid-cross back over. You can question a lot of things.
Well, I think because he's 30 HP, right? He's not going to challenge us. He's not going to challenge us as we transition back towards A. But Isolator, I believe, was it Fabian?
It was one on CT and then one top middle as well. Both times, very impressive. Anyway, focusing up here. Ooh, that's, you're really praying and hoping no one had slipped closer, but Famsi certainly has. And it was never a case of Famsi not being up for the challenge. He simply just wasn't landing the shots to back it up. Sop, though, again, trying to get involved. This is like a really messy affair. Both really willing to try and get kind of dirty in these fights.
So many bodies on the other side of that. Difficult to really find value. Famsi going to be tested on site now, though, but Necky's found another one. Waddle going to find the trade. Ticey doubles down on that. Just Echo left to find.
When he had a Sheriff, it was pretty solid. Now,
yeah.
Got a little Vandal, but is going to be slowed down on approach. Just a little further back. Looking at the post plan as well, pretty much everything covered. Very little opportunity here. And again, even if you're the side that won in that ace scenario, you've got to keep things very buttoned up here. There's the position noted. You can see everyone else now coming into a nice crossfire. No real steps in. I
think that Tag ace might have just bailed out the moral for Dynasty. Hopefully, keep everybody playing confident here. Somehow a lot more stacked up. Again, we noted the spacing. It's always easy to look at Famsi's performance from the other day and to say, yeah, well, he's not finding entries. But what we were noting was actually the second and third player behind him.
Spacing in, right?
Yeah, again, you can justify somebody going 2 and 10 if you're winning entry sites, but you come out and you're attacking half, 9-3 down, it's harder to really adjust the lens on that. Echo, very curious.
He hit some bangers before. No. You don't get it again. You get one round of that. But for Dynasty, I do hope they kind of button up a little bit on these anti-ecos. We even heard a couple of days ago how many teams struggle to keep them clean, make good plans for the anti-ecos, make sure they're not making silly choices. The audio sounds
I don't know if it's me, but Sop here going to find Famsi. The way back in will be shut down now. Ticey will find his third. One off the ult here, going to get the smoke down. There's also some further utility in the way. Fabian and Nordas to deal with here, just Sheriffs. Hope to keep this as clean as possible.
Might be nice to try and stop some of that money swelling, but the finance is already looking pretty stable with Dynasty kind of getting into gear. Paranoia is still there, but trying to make that final push onto site towards Pillar. Near on impossible, but let's see how they do. That's a Vandal, and you're dead. So, comfortable work in the end for Dynasty, only losing one. I think a fair trade out. You'll be happy with that one. And 4-1, Mike, they're putting up a very solid run now.
Yeah. Yeah, notable improvement, at least in the scoreline. He's opening 5 rounds. Still a little bit of threat here from ULF. Can't write them out just yet.
Enemy remaining. Sound sensor up.
Over here, Sop does have an operator in hand. With the Hunter's Fury and the Neural Theft available here. On the other side, a Pit and Hunter's Fury, and actually, yeah, just missing the last 3 remaining orbs from everybody else to have a full house here for this cycle. Again, it comes on the buy round as well. Dynasty could put ULF in a chokehold here for the next few rounds.
Where's that layer of information coming from next here? Okay, looking down middle, our drone. Not going to really be rewarded with too much, so they can't even bring the third player back towards B or anywhere else. It's a long hold default.
Dynasty adjusting slightly to maybe anticipate some of that aggression that Des was talking about. But with Sop being on the operator, maybe not going to see it this round. Dynasty now look to stack up outside A, going to walk into that operator. Sop is just creeping onto the angle.
They've got to be aware there's a chance. So Sop has liked to push up on this, and looking at this double swing, it could be indicative they're aware. Yeah, the little bait and switch on the slide through from the Neon, quite nice, very heads up work. So they fight for that A space, but with 40 seconds do they continue to commit? There's still options elsewhere. They've got a good read of where that operator is and where maybe that third body is.
Try and push through here. Necky's looking as if he's happy to challenge this. Come on, Waddle on the first, but the trade is perfect from Famzy.
Better spacing there. Now they unlock the access towards that B site. Echo's been solid, and he continues to be. The Paranoia will catch, though. Couldn't quite fall away, and Sop won't get the cross. Denied on this, spotted a pixel, but it's not enough but.
Hang on, the utility's gone into the corner.
Ball is not good enough. Hold on, it's allowed Sop out. He's able to get towards the site now, but Tag gonna try and batten down the hatches again. Some security. Finding nothing, they're already further ahead.
Got to be careful now because there is a huge gap on the side of this pit. Way more angles to worry about. Trip will go down on the spike here. Almost traded places.
Trying to suffer in this Viper's pit though. Fabian, lovely cut through there, and Sop waiting for the drop. Actually Creamy as the defuse will come in. So on to back.
Yeah, a little bit of panic from Creamy there to throw. Again, the value not there from the utility to cut off that retake, really getting started from CT.
30 seconds.
Very, very awkward exchange here. Just in the corner, because I don't think Tyson's expecting somebody to have to fully walk out here.
Go, go, go!
Maybe just a hint of pressure on display. And Pitt gets invested, Creamy and Famzy both using theirs, so still with a Hunter's Fury and a TP to play with, but certainly not the sort of outlook you would expect from how it looked going into the previous round, at least. Echo has continued to deliver from this B-side hold, though.
Solid.
Got himself caught a little bit in terms of the expectations of that second player applying pressure. Certainly been good for the first 1 or 2 in a few rounds now.
Well, this time getting ahead of the one-way. Audio Q and a half, stun ready. Not alone.
Both.
Certainly could. Paranoia does go wide, and Famzy was unaffected, but he's been struggling to find the impact, but he gave Sop that deeper line to play on. Fighting back for that main space, Famzy. Solid on the punish and no trade available. And look at top middle. How has Tag gotten here?
He threw a trip, actually. So it's drawn both players from B. It's going to open up the rotation here for Dynasty.
Oh, this is big work from Tag. Just his presence alone, pulling the players away from the site. It does open up that red carpet.
Just saw there, actually, both players on A expecting the wrap. So now he's going to have the perfect timing. He has played this to perfection, Lauren.
Yeah, can't actually fault him for a second in this.
30 seconds.
Now, does get the player back on CT. There is still one slightly further ahead. There should be a chance that they know someone could be there. So very heads-up work from them. But Sop and Echo's already on 5 HP, man. This is tough. And a great trade out towards B main. Going to keep this very favorable. Echo, if he had more HP, there could have been something.
This is, like I said, played to perfection by Tag. Nobody wants to come back and challenge. Yeah, players on A side are expecting to be wrapped. Their eyes are trained backwards, but nobody's moving, Lauren. So Tag is able to just sit here and then backstab as soon as the site exec comes through. Really well played by him.
No, I'm quite actually impressed by Tag. Obviously, the ace helps, right? Like, if we're talking just naturally seeing that, it's hard to ignore.
Gets
but
the people going.
One of those days, huh? Starting like this?
I know what you mean.
It is quite provocative, though, if you think about it. The knock-on effect mentally has got to really be there. Because now you're paranoid about it, right? That mid-hold, you can't now cheat a third player over towards A so early and so, I guess,
I think that's why Ordaz opts to take the TP. He's like, well, yeah, screw CT. Let's challenge the front lines. But like I said, it's the moment that Tag decides to move on the back of that TP that everything falls apart for Ulf.
Yeah.
See, I'm sure Vlad would have noted that sort of thing as the round panned out. We reset back to potentially just Sheriffs. See a few littered across the inventory for Ulf here. Rolling Thunder and Hunter's Fury to play with, but going to be difficult here. You really want to throw them in any sort of conversion if they get to that point. Already Famzy, massive upswing from him. Again, even sitting 5 and 7 here.
No, that's
absolutely fine with that, considering the rounds we've seen from Dynasty.
It never even really was the scoreline. Obviously, that becomes kind of the consequence to a degree.
It's a low-hanging fruit.
Yeah, but it was just that spacing between, and their attack side then feeling a bit weird because of it. But still, let's wait and see how this goes. A big adjustment, heavy emphasis towards middle this time, just probably for those Sheriffs.
Full Shiko to walk out here, though. Oh,
it's looking pretty good. Ticey isolated. That's a recoverable weapon straight into the hands. Now, is there some light shields there? Sop's got light shields, Ordaz as well. So if they want to shuffle that through, maybe you get a nice reward and another
Tag's fallen.
To be
That's
found.
the wall. They've lost the wall now.
Oh, this is getting a little bit worrying. We've kind of talked about these anti-ecos, and Echo again. I mean, come on, guys. The knowledge is just. I'm a little taken aback from this round, Michael.
Well, Waddle's found one. He's found a second now. It's going to be a huge clutch if he can find it, but Echo to shut it down.
What are you meant to say about that?
Again, they make the right decision to pick up the pace towards B, but it's such a lazy clearance here. Famzy getting caught like this. The worst possible thing is for Tag to die when he does. To lose the wall, that kind of safety net, really does make this difficult. Straight out of a timeout here. A thrifty round, certainly a godsend for Ulf. At that point, throwing the Hunter's Fury, like I said, is a conversion. Sure, you get to that position. Dynasty looking to pick up the pace here, though.
Oh, Famzy looking a little lost in the sauce, but Ticey right there. Made it to the side, but
nice,
pretty
actually.
far ahead, though. There is a chance he could get isolated, but Creamy's made it pretty far up, pretty fast. Nice work from Creamy. Expecting maybe a follow-up through CT. It's not the case. All wrapping in through short pretty much at this point as Sop. It's a lot of ults on top of this. They've been forced off the side. This actually could be a problem. Look at that defuse now getting started. Sop already going to find Ticey. Defuse underway. Down to 2, yes, but Fabian needs to be able to help him out. Catch the cross, create the crossfire. Tag again. These heroics, man.
This catch on Ordaz, though, is beautiful with the TP back behind it. Not sure if we'll be able to catch the utility being sent in here.
There it is.
Then Ordaz finds that kill. Ticey's TP into the corner of sight here. Again, it's sort of like the hit and run, right? You get the plant down and hope that the post plant's going to hold up here. You can see the frustration being...
It's like on both sides almost.
Yeah. But a beautiful catch on Ordaz. A little overzealous maybe on the entry here, but again, draws their eyes in, gets them to commit to that opening engagement. But hang on, Sop. He's looking to go ham here.
Yeah, getting involved straight away. Stunned up though, going to try and answer back with his own. Ball in there, just trying to play his life for a second or two. He's looking to get checked on. Sop trying to imply he's backed away, but he's in a pickle. What's the plan, Batman? Michael, explain that one for me. Analysis.
Hope that he can get back behind the box and tuck in.
Oh, but we have had Echo going somewhere.
Oh, Tyson was like, that's our Cypher. That's our Cypher, apparently.
Cypher's in spawn, guys. What? Come on, Cypher. What are you doing there?
Oh, you got to find this kill. Thank God Creamy finds the
spike.
headshot. A chance here to recover a wide open A site. And potentially an open plant, but it looks like it might actually be all in on the flank here. Dynasty still conscious of somebody else.
Yeah, they're
remaining.
doing weird things, man. What's going on? It's all.
I mean, Creamy's going to get his ult off this plant, so I'm okay with that.
Waddle's got to play the corner, though. If he drifts too wide, he's so vulnerable.
Yeah, and I don't think he spotted the second. I'm not entirely sure. I didn't catch the kill cam.
Let alone the third, but they are doubling up on this. They are deeper than expected, and Ordaz already going to find Creamy, leaving just Famzy alive. 4 bullets, 3 targets. Ain't going to have a chance in hell of getting away with murder again. What was this round? It's feeling a bit muddy, Michael.
Yeah, certainly that kind of loose approach still on display from Dynasty, but certainly a little more success here.
Yeah.
Sure, but yeah, I think Sop's just thinking that there's way more bodies outside A.
One enemy remaining.
Very, very bizarre opener to this round. Dynasty will be calling their first timeout here just to take stock. I mean, 6-4, like I said, notable improvement. That's what I was looking for today compared to previous outing. Probably a fairly stern talking to, though, in this timeout. I feel like they should have maybe another couple of rounds on top of that already.
Yeah, I agree.
Certainly the Thrifties.
I mean,
Elephant in the room.
Those are, we're having a chat after. We're having a chat. Sit down. What's happened?
Yeah.
What's occurring? Can't be happy with that. You two. High highs, low lows.
I mean, even sail that, like, I still came out of the series the other day really impressed with Dynasty in it.
I
I'm
agree.
chat to various people this week of how they are actually kind of playing a lot more confidently than what other teams are expecting.
Was it Mini saying, I'm just seeing where the observers are panning into when we get back into game. Thank you, observers, for showing us bun.
Bun.
Brilliant.
That's actually what bow bun means. It means
Yeah, bun.
bun. Yeah,
Yeah.
bow means bun.
Yeah. What's the other one that's that? Is it matcha tea? Isn't that? Or like
tea.
something like that?
Is it?
I don't know. I don't want to set you up terribly for that. But I
You've
swear,
got such a dirty mind.
I don't know.
I don't know where
just thought
you're
it was
going
really
with
funny.
that.
I just thought it was really funny what you said. Off to the races. Sop's
Oh,
in
Sop.
trouble. Oh!
Oh my God.
Sop's added.
Hang on, how's Ticey died to shock darts there?
And stay down.
A huge util dump outside B from both sides, though. I don't know if maybe he's caught by the fault line or something, but
I'm baffled.
fully given up A once more. Do have deep utility, though. You'd almost want Tag to show to this drone, but maybe thinks he's going to find a timing here. Again, it's still Fabian and Neki towards B main.
Now drone through. Nothing seen so far. And didn't actually catch a player on the site.
That could be problematic.
And the timing on Tag, he actually gets away. I thought there might have even been a late walk towards main then from Neki, but no. Paranoia could not have been better. Ordaz does get away with it. That position really well played out. It's all good, it's fine. The crossfire's good, it's held. Oh, shoot the body. And Tag, well, he got the ace before. Needs 4 this time. How are we feeling about this one?
I mean,
Where the spike
certainly the odds
is.
are increased
Yeah,
after the round earlier.
yeah.
But with 11 seconds left,
How do you feel? Not
10
with,
seconds left.
I would not be betting on this one.
No, no. I don't think Tag is either.
Awkward situation as well, because you can see Dynasty are trying to pull a rotation. Unfortunately, the drone doesn't catch on A, but
Last round
the other thing
in
is,
the
well,
half.
Echo kind of second guesses his rotation on top of that.
My territory.
Where'd the shock dart come from?
I have them now.
Oh, was it an aftershock and a shock dart?
Maybe.
I still didn't
One
see it.
enemy
No,
remaining.
no.
Spike down A.
No,
Other than
didn't see a
Sop
thing.
Just eating the ultimate on the stairs.
Breathe deep.
Bit of a forced purchase here. Obviously, last round, we had to scrape together weapons. Well, not if you Waddle or Ticey.
It's a good recovery, though, from ULF, even if it's messy how they're getting there. Doing it.
She being soft, and Ordaz could go crazy here with the light shields. 3 of them. Side of Dynasty. Again, very laxed hold towards A.
Where's Tag off to again? Is he being a nuisance in middle?
Take flight.
Might be. But now Waddle trying to set up success towards A, but Tag kind of just being there for maybe audio cues at this point.
Yeah, the thing is, he's not going to pull much of a rotation if he deals with this trip. This is the position of Fabian and Sop, but he's going to hear all this.
Oh, the timing.
All of this audio now, but yeah, caught off guard. And Echo, yeah,
Same crossfires, man,
everything
basically.
down on the other side,
Spike
Lauren.
down A.
They look so in control. And it's been a little bit too direct just through elbow almost, right? They haven't been kind of splitting up short. They've been mostly trying to funnel through the same access point, and it's just been slaughtered. 6-6, big recovery from ULF, though, because Dynasty got off to a great start.
Like I said, you'd almost
Switching
expect
sides.
them to be a couple more rounds on the board for Dynasty here, so credit where it's due to ULF for sure.
Pitiful.
One enemy remaining.
Right, so 6-6 on the half. It started off well with a couple of hiccups here and there for Dynasty, but after that point, ULF got a grip on the game. Now, I don't quite know what happened to Dynasty, if I'm honest. It all looked quite good for a bit, but it got messy, it got a bit muddy, and then they got held on 6, pretty much.
Yeah, for sure. I think obviously those Thrifties going to be a kick to the mental and the game plan in general, but a couple of these other ones, Dynasty always playing them out. Hang on.
This is a 4-1 start. What on earth?
Well, ULF might just be able to walk straight out of B because Tag's just giving up the angle. Now going to have to commit towards waiting for this retake.
While they get that started,
no. Echo.
but there's one man on the other side. I like this from
I didn't
Waddle.
see Waddle stop for a second.
Yeah.
I thought he was. They're baiting him in. They're baiting him in.
Oh, but Waddle's clean with it. It's stopped to succeed on the site, so it should at least allow for a plant, I believe. But at this point, you're still waiting for the rest to come around. There's a very late position in middle. Another fight to be brewed up here. Ordaz, going to just catch Creamy, attempting to cross there. Paranoia, I think, a little too further ahead, and actually a bit of a problem.
Scored it, yeah.
Yeah, Necky's down on basically
One enemy
nothing.
remaining.
And Dynasty take that as a green light to go. Fabian now outnumbered and looking panicked. Dynasty's proactive defense once again rewarded.
And that Paranoia catching is so rough. I was waiting for it.
Thank you.
But beautiful bait here to get the mid-lurk into action. But as soon as you show
One
the
enemy
lurk that
remaining.
early on, it's the green light to hit site. Fortunately, then Dynasty able to just bulldoze their way back onto that retake. Tag continuing to deliver in pistols as well.
Yep.
And Dynasty in general, I think, did I just see it flash up? There was like 62% or something.
It could have been.
Might have been.
Yeah, definitive statements from me
Round
here today.
twos was... I mean, no, they got a couple of flawless round twos. As Map won the other day, didn't they? They only got 6 rounds, right? And it was like pistols and round twos.
Yeah. But Echo's got his sheriff, which...
Worries me.
Yeah, this guy's good with it. Dynasty, can you keep this clean? Sitting much deeper after an incredibly aggressive start. Famzy going to be called to attention and probably calling for some help here. Very isolated. Could get some crossfire going though. Off the back of Waddle.
He's done it again. He's done it again.
Echo, he's at least shut down quickly, but there's problems on the side here. Waddle trying to clear on through, but again, these desperate attempts and just drifting through the smokes.
Thank God he caught Neki there.
Fabian and Sop still with a chance to make this a bit of a problem. Sheriff in hand for Sop. Fabian still with a little bit of kit. These three players going to have to keep this one clean now. Nothing else coming through. Creamy there. Going to clear up. Dynasty keep 3 alive, even though it felt pretty dangerous, it was kept in check.
I mean, yeah, when Echo's wide swinging the orb and finding a clean engagement onto Famzy, certainly looks as if history might repeat itself, but luckily able to slow things down a little bit. I mean, Waddle a little overzealous here, but he's got the Spectre, so can't really fault him for trying to get out close and personal in that situation.
Listening.
It's a good util work once more from Creamy as well.
I want to see if they get up to something a bit tricky here, because Dynasty were quite good at being quite creative in their bonus rounds and kind of taking a lot of map space, but I'm not seeing anything right off the rip. Maybe we'll have to wait and see what they come up with, because obviously pound for pound, ULF here now on their first purchase. Looks very direct in approach. Anyone slightly isolated from the others, being Echo, trying to keep some space on middle. Again, knowing who you're up against is kind of part of
this
the
crunch
test.
on B main looked fantastic the other day.
Certainly did. Creamy part of that as well. This time, once again, getting his catch on at least 2, and then the layering from the Viper utility on top. Very powerful.
Well, at least ULF don't feed into it this time. And certainly aware of that sort of setup between Tag and Creamy. So we've got a trap here towards the stairs or default on B, so surprised to see Tag get so close to the choke point.
It's giving on Creamy, really, at this point. Stun's going to come in. That does mean that Sop's on the way, and the layering
Just gets
of the
caught in
stun.
second.
And he's been seen. Sop wants him dead. He's got him. Echo on the follow-up.
Tag's not noted.
Yeah, he is.
Out,
yeah, he is. Nice work from Sop there. Heads up. Diligent in the clear.
Hang on, Waddle.
Spike planted.
You got a tag onto Fabian as well.
Hold on. This is still a bit in for the running here. Sop, fortunately, had taken over that space by CT, so making this cross near on treacherous. Waddle's options.
Yeah, I was going to say, if Waddle wraps back, actually going to opt to go towards B main here.
Okay.
Again, any further damage would be huge.
You take that, wouldn't you? That repurchase going to get costly. If he can catch a couple more.
Yeah, I think enough time's passed now
This
where
way.
they're probably expecting...
Well, you say that.
Oh, taken out on the reload. What was that?
I don't know. It feels like they lost a bit of their focus on the way back there. There was always a chance.
Hey, still 3 rifles.
Yeah,
ticking
that's
the box for Dynasty.
good bonus. Considering how it started too. I mean, ULF catching 2 on the way in, and obviously finding that player tucked in the corner. You thought there was a chance maybe, but no.
I mean, that relies on Creamy surviving another couple of seconds for Tag to make that spot work, but
right here.
I believe avoiding the initial stun from Sop by catching the fault line from Fabian means they just catch a glimpse of him.
But I want to kind of roll back to what you said, though, is that ULF didn't fall into that same sort of trap towards B main where they try and like bully their way through it and try and face check
I mean,
the utility.
immediate pivot towards mid, yeah.
I really like that. That shows that they've either, they just know how they want to approach this, they know how to play against this comp. So far, that's a tick in the box for me. Different look at the beginning here. 3 players obviously on the other side for Dynasty on A, but ULF trying to build up. There's Orbs. Fabian not too far off here. Sop only 1 off.
I think Waddle and Creamy only missing 1 orb. Big ultimates to potentially bring into one of these early rounds. Sop going to be noted.
Sop's in trouble. They want to re-clear behind this. And the stun, I thought they might just contact up.
The right time for Sop to slip away.
You can see the temptation to try and, force the hand in middle, and they are going this way. It is being mirrored on the other side by Famzy. Waddle's very aware of it.
Nobody's dealing with that dart.
Creamy. So what has just happened? Sop's just absolutely ripped him apart. Pretty much the saving grace of this round. Sop going wild at the moment. Does get caught in the end, and actually Creamy can still do some real damage here. Does get recovered, does get saved. Sop still on the hunt. Where's Ticey in all this? Backside and dead. Oh, and Sop's had a belting round.
Get a chance here. for Waddle to shut this entire thing down, but Echo committing to this 1v1. Obviously, Shop's already gone. He's looking for kills. No way he's turning for that dart. So clean for the third here. Able to clean this up. Now sitting 19 kills. Top of the board for ULF, and a round that breaks the bank of Dynasty.
Move.
Getting caught by the ultimate from Creamy, but
I'm out of here.
again, he's broken free just before the edge of the wall.
I kind of imagine if Ticey was in a bit of a better position backside, almost could have maybe helped out a bit there, but not to be. As you can see, this kind of half bite in play for Dynasty on the other side, looking far more robust now. Letting up a little bit of a bank behind themselves, but Sop slipped the net again. This could be an issue, as he's actually made it all the way around towards CT on A.
He's considering it now, but nobody else is. They're a little further on elbow, but any pressure here is going to force them back into his waiting hands.
Look how far he can clear. The fact that he's seen no one here kind of either indicates that there's a weird stack, which is probably not going to be, or maybe I guess on a half buy or something weird. But you've got to be super heads up about clearing through elbow. You can hold this position.
Gotta go.
Got the 2 pings. They both got pinged on the recon.
There it is. Paranoia could not be better again. Hello, and knife?
No, mate.
Knife! I mean, it may as well have been at that point, but the fact he's able to slip through middle like this is just a problem. It's a gleaming red flag they have to deal with in these further rounds. Maybe not on this. Maybe they've just willingly accepted their fate at that point, but a gap found and a problem made.
Off one to the good as well, to get a purchase in response here. Hunter's Fury available. Viper's Pit on the cards, but the other side, plenty to work with for ULF, and Stop even toying with the idea of an operator here, I just saw.
One enemy remaining.
That is the laugh of a maniac.
Yeah.
Getting away with a round like that.
You got to feel a bit silly as well, though, on the other side of things. You're feeling a bit out of sorts on that, and a pacey approach now. Sop once again flying into things. Trying to establish some sort of dominance early.
Hang on, Famzy picked up an operator. I didn't catch that at the end of the buy phase there. Although he's going to be able to make this work with ULF probably feeling a little more confident now. Oh, he'll catch the first. Nice shot on the top.
Yeah, and a nice follow-up towards Echo. Getting caught trying to delve a bit deeper, find a bit further control, but now they're not really getting out towards the site. Held back here. First time we're really seeing Dynasty dig in their heels on holding this side of the map. All trying to facilitate the cross through, but it feels like it's not going to be going too far, as they have no springboard in.
Down A.
Ordaz, what are you meant to do at this point? A 1v4. He's hoping someone's out of place here, but that Aldrone going to try and time it.
Did Waddle not see him? I heard it, but I was like, or maybe you didn't think he was that far out past the box, but
this is pretty much wraps at this point if they fancy just walking that smoke together at this point. Stun in. Clearing default. Nice shots. Not nice enough to get 3 more. Diffuse there for Dynasty. The first time we haven't seen them look as, I guess, on the same page for ULF.
Spike diffused.
so maybe not expecting an operator purchase here to punish Sop on this aggression. Nice adjustment here to catch it. Just in the wrist, it looked like.
Scanning ahead.
Again, Rolling Thunder coming through. I think Dynasty are probably expecting this as well. Their ability to disconnect from sight a little bit. There'll be a third successful retake here in the second half.
Sensor up.
The odd spot. Waddle's got his, Famzy's got his on the other side. 3 in play, but hard to maybe find the footing, and getting that ult investment in that last round felt so desperate. But see if they can course correct quickly here. A bit of a different look at the beginning, though. See, this time seeing Famzy on toward the B site rather than posted up on A. So the third body would probably be Waddle, if anyone. So for ULF, just trying to maybe find that information, see if there is that late clear towards A main, but I don't think it's going to be coming this time. Tyce's got to be cautious not get caught out here.
It's
Bit of
happened
an
a couple
island.
of times in that situation. Creamy as well is going to be able to deny information to this drone, but he will concede some space.
It's at least 2, potentially 3 heard. There is a lurk. That's from Echo over on B.
Creamy looking to creep out on that angle.
Dry?
I'm out of here. Shortcut.
Just waiting on it. There we go. They understand what's coming towards them, but the Hunter's Fury posted does get a tag and a body to be dropped. Neki there going to get the reward, but Tag still very diligent in this. It is a late pivot towards B. Fam's still here, but the cross is made by Echo. Caught in the stun, though. To find a bit of cover on the site
The pick
itself.
goes down.
It does go down, and Top's now here too. Got to be cautious. There's a man in this, and yeah, it's still going to be Tag being a problem on this site. And a double swing from the pit, looking too easy for Ticey as Neki needs to pull off a 1v3. Spike not near him, spotted by Tag, doubled up on the corner. Paranoia's in. Yeah, the shock dart could do some serious work. Still, hard to get anything further done. 4 seconds now, the time's gone, and Az has the round.
Beautiful recovery here. Again, the pit, the timing of the pit actually from Tag just applies enough pressure to make them second guess commit towards this fight. Again, a very, very fast pivot. Tag catches the TP. Like I said, able to throw down a blanket across default here. Ticey to benefit on the back of that. Ulf going to call a timeout here as Dynasty hit double digits. And some good ideas on display here from Ulf.
Yeah, there certainly are, and I do want to see how deep the playbook goes as well for these teams, like within the comfort zone. Obviously, you can go to kind of more quirky looks, maybe some, calls on the fly, but I do want to see how they continue the structure going in, because to be fair, that B side just doesn't feel accessible with Tag there, if I'm completely honest. This guy, especially when he gets Creamy on the same side as well, that duo is really hard to deal with. If they have a plan in mind for that, fantastic. I'd love to see them work a bit more mid, because again, A now feels a little bit more coin flippy as well. They've started to lose that lovely, easier momentum, right? This is 2 rounds in succession for Dynasty, so
also
show a bit of depth
they're
here.
almost, going to become the victims of their own success, because there's going to be 1, potentially 2 people dedicated to holding top mid here, so they're never going to challenge forwards on A now. They're going to have a much deeper hold on the A site, so it causes issues for Ulf on the way in, because they still have to invest that same utility. They can't just
suddenly not do it. Yeah, it does get tough, and you can see that the finances are also looking a bit ropey.
Ride this one out, a couple of rifles, and Sop and Echo. I mean, you'd almost rather see Echo on the Sheriff, to be honest with me, but try and make the stinger work here. And the pace change potentially from Ulf. Gonna get caught though, punished.
Yeah, but there is a follow-up. But Creamy's held his ground, which is pretty imperative at this point. They've lost an additional body. That could have been problems, but Creamy keeps his cool. Gonna slow the roll down over toward elbow. Neki. I mean, what are you meant to do at this point? You're kind of banking on Fabian or Echo finding something here. Now, this is actually pretty good exploratory work. His Tag read it, he does, but too late. Didn't expect him this close, so Echo does get what he needs, and this does, but oh, no! That could have been an absolute godsend. Now you've got to see Echo do more. Fabian in on the case. Oh! They can certainly aim.
Not exactly an eco, but a lesser purchase. Doing wonders for Ulf. In situations where they're caught off guard by a player slipping through deeper into the map. Again, it's really unfortunate timing for Tag, but one of the issues with this sort of spread on the utility from Creamy, it's not concrete. People can still plug these gaps quite easily. We'll tie things up 10 apiece, and actually, force Dynasty into a pretty rough situation in terms of the buy.
Yeah, that's
Ultimates, yes, but
this is what Ticey's on a stinger, Creamy's down on a Guardian, but an attempt toward B, maybe trying to imply, look, we'll still go to this site, I promise you. Maybe only when you're on a shoddy buy, but we'll give it a go. But the issue is, this time around, Creamy isn't here, so maybe that combination work. Not as bad, but no real escalation on the site after that.
Gonna hear the
back towards middle.
I was going to say, they're going to hear some of the steps peeling away from B. And it looks like they're almost anticipating that to translate into mid-presence.
Timing. I thought Famsy might have had a glance on that then.
Well, now,
Held back.
now Creamy's safety net has dropped. You want to see an extra body towards A here.
And it's so silent across the rest of the map. There's no anything else. Creamy needs help, and he needed it probably 10 seconds ago. Still no one here. All right, Creamy, you're on an island, mate. Have fun, do what you can. We'll see you in a bit. Okay, apparently he's fine. Who am I to doubt, Creamy? He's live, laugh, loving. However, Sight is getting a mess. Ults galore. We're going to have the catch on one. Waddle sprays and prays and gets the answer. This is mental stuff. How are Dynasty holding this one as is? That should never have been flawless.
Absolutely beautiful to catch them like that. Creamy, good for the first, but there's no counter swing because it's an operator behind this.
Over there.
Just that, and you can see the moment he's considering dealing with the trip. I mean, Waddle, a freebie, sorry, onto stop.
Spike down.
Greedy.
Nice.
Yeah, nice, yeah. Nice.
It's a very
Over there.
quiet land nice.
Yes.
Like, Mini broke up. Mini brought up Epic Land earlier today, and it just makes me think of, you know, people have like a good, like, nice! You know what I mean? Need a bit of that. Right off the rip, we're back to madness. It doesn't leave us, apparently. And blood drawn on both sides.
I think.
Yeah,
But actually, no, it
down.
was the recon pinging.
Oh, was it?
One enemy remaining.
I mean, Dynasty in
Spike
position to
down
crunch
mid.
on top mid here. It's only Fabian to find one. Necking out, left at a 1v3.
This map just doesn't feel accessible. Oh, the triple stack. 12 rounds. And I feel like Alpha hitting that brick wall of B doesn't feel good. Mid's now being watched. We couldn't break it on A because Creamy apparently is nuts. What are we meant to do?
Last player standing.
This is getting really tough to find solutions.
Certainly is, but I'll come back to that same thing. Feels like a big upswing from Dynasty overall here in terms of the game plan on Sunset. Able to really keep a grip on this one. No ultimate's going to be available here for Dynasty, but again, with a lesser purchase, you've got Sop and Fabian's potentially to do some damage here. I think they're going to continue with the pace.
Here again, trying to outscale Creamy, but Waddle's right there, and he's been a heavy hitter in this game. Instantly, eyes turn towards middle. He knows that next layer, but Tag's not there yet. He's standing alone, and he's standing fine. Finding 3 in the round and 2 in top middle is just gorgeous. But Neki and Fabian have to face this one. Fabian great with the Guardian, but he can't do more than that. Neki now in a 1v2. Ticey's made this look almost on. He went down in a scenario he never should have. Dynasty, you were right there.
Thank you.
A little lazy, a little maybe
What?
loss of composure here towards top mid. That felt like a fight that Dynasty previously have cleaned up so easily. I mean, Echo even, what does he think? Waddle's just completely backed away from this? Basically gives away the first Ticey. And Tag in a position to just set up.
Almost an undefeatable crossfire.
Yeah.
But
Or at least force their hand. They can take space elsewhere, regroup. Maybe a slight overheat here, but it gives Ulf a way back in.
okay, deep line being held though by Famzy.
I'm out of here.
What's she gonna do now? Yeah, now to back away in this attempt towards middle beginning. Ticey, a little hot and cold at times in this one. Gonna need to see him keep that cool here. Does have the crossfire now in place with Waddle. So they can do it. Smoke towards the right side. Maybe look at the scale in. And here it is. Good time on the paranoia. Stop going to be in trouble. Just trying to bounce around. Oh!
How did Ticey not get that?
What? I told you hot and cold. This one's certainly cold. Now Hunter's Fury on top. Going to get a double tag here. Waddle desperate to keep this in hand. It's a 2v3. Ordaz and Neki still in this. Spike recovered and a quick run towards the site.
Chance here to potentially find a clean plant as well. Waddle's going to drone up.
Scanning ahead.
Actually going to try the Neki's going to get the tag. He's going to get a headshot as well.
Love that killer instinct on
He's got the
Neki.
Hunter's Fury.
Got the ult as well. Backing away from this potentially. TP taken. Both going to sit towards B main, but the diffuser started. Banking on the ult to work out here. Tag does get here once, but not a second time. Third going to be sent now. He still lives. Creamy holding the angle. TP taken. Creamy takes the fight, and the diffuse came in as well. Dynasty 13-11.